Will Travis Hunter be able to play both ways in the NFL in a similar manner as he is currently doing in college football? With Travis Hunter's ticket virtually stamped to the NFL next year, much conversation has emerged about not only what position he will play, but also the practicality of his role as a two-way player in the NFL. In this video, we will discuss the evolution of the two-way player and take a brief look at some of the best two-way players of the past. Our feature content surrounds the opinion of 4 former NFL superstars on the question of whether Travis Hunter can play significant snaps on both sides of the ball in the NFL. These personalities include the duo from Nightcap, Shannon Sharpe and Chad Johnson, followed by Colorado football's Coach Prime. Then we will hear from former Pro Bowl cornerback Richard Sherman, and finally, the personal opinion of Travis Hunter himself. Stick around till the end of the video, and be sure to comment and share your own opinion based on the material covered here. And if you haven't already, take this opportunity to subscribe to our channel. Now, without further ado, let's get the discussion started.
This is Plumber Football, because there is only one way to succeed at anything, and that is to give it everything.
To fully understand how the two-way player came to be, we must first dive into a little bit of football history. At its inception, up until 1932, American football was played in what was referred to as a one-platoon system. In this system, all players were technically two-way players, mandated by rule to play both offense and defense. If a player was substituted during the first half, he could not return to the field until the second half, while a player substituted in the second half was lost for the rest of the game. This substitution rule under the one platoon system exposed a major competitive advantage for teams with a greater number of players who could conveniently substitute their depth of players. This resulted in a substitution rule change in 1933, where players could be removed from the game for rest and return to action once per quarter. This allowed starters to spend more time on the field and enabled small programs to remain more competitive. The evolution of the game continued. During World War II, a shortage of young men who had joined the army or had been drafted led to further substitution, rule changes, and the emergence of the two-platoon system. A critical new rule allowed for an unlimited number of substitutions, allowing the limited pool of talented players to be better conserved. As a result of this unlimited substitution rule, the door was open for the first time to showcase offensive and defensive specialization. So it was in 1945 that Michigan head coach Fritz Crisler took the field against Army, where he used 8 players who played only on offense, 8 who played only on defense, and 3 that played both. And so it was with the two-man platoon. The Iron Man players of previous generations suddenly became a rarity as the game evolved into modern times. Some of the more recognized and prolific two-way college football players of all time include Champ Bailey of Georgia, Chuck Bednarik of Pennsylvania, Dick Butkus of Illinois, Gordy Lockbaum of Holy Cross, Bronco Nagurski of Minnesota, Jim Thorpe of Carlisle, and Charles Woodson of Michigan. In comparison to the great two-way players of the past, Hunter's availability and production on both sides of the ball makes him arguably already the best two-way college football player of all time. The opportunity that Coach Prime has afforded him, rarely taking him off the field, has never been achieved to this extent in the two-man platoon era. Now, in regards to whether or not Travis Hunter can successfully play both sides of the football in the NFL, let's hear what Shannon Sharpe and Chad Johnson candidly have to say about it on their popular Nightcap podcast.
Time ain't play both sides of the ball.
Sperry.
He played.
Sperry.
But they tried. RG3 talking like this man should be able to play both sides of the ball as many snaps as he like.
That's
Provide content.
In college, yes. In college, yes. In the NFL,
yes.
That it is impossible. And the funny thing about Travis, this is what I like about Travis. He can do it at the collegiate level. He has
because he's that much more talented.
He has the endurance of a long distance runner, where he can do that. At the NFL, can you imagine a 10 or 11 play drive? And you think after a 10, 11 play drive on defense playing DB, you going to go on offense and then be efficient as well? That ain't happening. It's not happening.
And there's some things that he needs to work on.
You can do a spare.
There's some things he need to work on.
Yeah.
Yeah, he going to have to get better at release.
Yeah.
He's too high. He play too high.
Okay.
But those are things that you could work on, Ocho. But hey, they're gonna put hands on it because he's already tall.
Mm-hmm.
He's already tall, so he's right there.
Yeah.
And then you going up against Jefferson. You going up against Chase. You going against Tyreek.
And then, hey, listen, hold on.
Now, Ocho, hold on. Now, that's what you're going up against on defense. Now you go on the other side. You the wide receiver, and you got Ramsey. You got Diggs. You got Surtain.
Gardner.
You got Jair.
Yeah.
Sauce.
Yeah.
Man, come on, man.
Yeah.
Man. People just see stuff. A lot of times people just tweet stuff just to get a reaction.
Hey,
Having played at that level and see, I'm a year behind Prime. I'm a year behind time. And I saw him when he was playing both sides of the football.
Yeah.
And he was not playing every snap he wasn't playing no 40 snaps on defense and 40 snaps on offense.
He wouldn't be able to, though. You can't,
because
you can't
sacrifice something.
You can't be efficient and great at what you do and do it on both sides of the ball with as much as it takes out of you at the highest level. It's hard. It's impossible.
Now let's hear what Coach Prime had to say in a post-game interview with Fox. Coach Prime is a mentor to Travis Hunter, who has believed in him long before their days together at Jackson State University.
I see former NFL players sit on these type of platforms and all the kind of platforms that give them a voice now, sit up there and say what this man can't do at the next level.
Right.
How stupid is that?
Yeah.
How can you say what a person can't do just because you can't fathom it? Yeah. No one has seen a guy go both ways like he goes.
Sure.
And you say, well, he can't do that. Yes, he can. That's what he does. That's all he knows.
Yeah.
So how you going to tell a man what he can't do? And the scouts ask me every day, what is he? I say he's a football player. If you put him on offense in the NFL and you don't have him on defense, you're going to look like a fool because he's going to be your best defensive player not playing. And the same thing vice versa. So the best thing for you to do is draft him to whatever and have a package ready for him on the opposing side.
Next up is Richard Sherman, who, on the St. Brown podcast, gives us a brutally honest opinion on Hunter's prospects of being an NFL Ironman.
You played receiver at Stanford, then went to DB. What do you think of Travis Hunter playing both receiver and DB at Colorado? Do you think it's feasible in the league, or do you think it's
no? Hell no. You know that,
right? I want to hear from you. Right.
Well, you talk crazy.
But did Deion do it a little?
A little. I mean, you're talking about a few plays here and there, but we're not playing 50 snaps on offense and 55 snaps on defense.
Snap count, he don't come out the game. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, that's crazy, honestly.
Boy, them coordinators on offense they're going to test you. These quarterbacks going to say, hey, we're going to see how in shape you are into the fourth quarter. We just saw you run 3 go routes. I'm about to bring our third receiver in to run you on 3 more go routes. And then, hey, I'm on the rock. Go ahead and do work.
Right.
Do work, baby.
Those are the words of Richard Sherman, essentially saying Travis will become a target to be exploited by opponents. And finally, from a Yahoo Sports interview, let's hear from Travis Hunter himself, whose opinion of his own capabilities truly matters the most.
What would you say to someone that said you can't play both corner and receiver at the next level?
I mean, it's a lot of people that have been telling me that since I've been playing it. So just like they can see, I'm still doing it. I'm just going to continue to prove them wrong, keep proving the haters wrong. I mean, it's a lot of haters. Even the top dogs are hating on me. But I let it go through one ear out the other. Just let them keep hating.
Does that fuel you?
Yeah, it feel me to prove them wrong. I want to prove them wrong more than I want to prove myself right.
Before we conclude this video, as a bonus, we will share our own thoughts on whether Travis Hunter can be a two-way star in the NFL. Our opinion is that Travis can be a two-way star in the NFL, taking a significant amount of snaps on both sides of the ball, reflecting back to the substitution rule changes in early college football history. The changes had less to do with whether players were physically capable of maintaining the rigors of Iron Man football, but rather the changes were made as a result of trying to level the playing field. In addition, authorities gave consideration to the financial constraints experienced by some institutions, who struggled to effectively field a two-man platoon football team, which would generally be a larger team and therefore more expensive to operate. So in retrospect, we believe a high-caliber athlete like Travis Hunter, who seems to have been granted an extra-large fuel tank from the football gods, is in fact capable of pulling off the age-old Iron Man play in the NFL. Our concern with this, however, is playing both ways in the NFL may not be the best idea in the interest of Travis, prolonging his career and maximizing his earning potential. We want to hear your thoughts on this subject too, so comment below and add to the conversation. And if you would like to learn more about Travis Hunter and his football journey from the early years to the present, don't miss out on this video presented for you here. Thank you for watching, and until next time, as always, give it everything.